بدأت رحلة عاصم محمد عندما اعتنق الإسلام في الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية.
I accepted Islam in 1977, becoming involved in the effort of da'wah.
My wife's name is Cespialia Rosa. She has, throughout our lives, been to me a soulmate, a friend, and a wife.
She used to always tell me in the house, Habibi, always make dua for husnul khatima, a good ending, and always make dua either to die in Mecca or Medina.
قرر عاصم وزوجته الانتقال إلى مكة رغبة منهما للعيش في بيئة إسلامية.
One day, I got a job as a teacher working in Saudi Arabia. So I went home, I told my wife, and she just, her eyes were like, oh, Allah Akbar. I figured living in Saudi Arabia would give us an opportunity to learn Islam and become students of knowledge.
في يوم من الأيام تلقت زوجة عاصم تشخيصا مفاجئا.
I was living in America this last Ramadan, and I got a call from my wife that she had been diagnosed with leukemia. And it was very difficult for me to accept that she had leukemia because her whole life she was healthy. Every morning, Habibi, let's go for a walk. Let's go here. Let's do that. Let's exercise. And I told her, I said, look, I think our only alternative, because I don't want you to have chemo, is to go to Saudi and do camel milk and camel urine. I looked at her. I said, you know, it's very difficult for me to look at you and not be able to help you because I'm your husband. And her face changed. She said, Habibi, you're not Allah. Allah put me in this condition. Where is your yaqeen? She laid down, but this time she said, I'm very, very dizzy. So finally, I just picked her up and ran her to the bed. I put her in the bed, and I called Abu Faisal. I says, look, I got to get my wife to the hospital. So they came, and the ambulance came. I couldn't imagine that this was my wife. And then I heard code blue. And she said, code blue means she's not going to make it, that they have to bring CPR. And that's when they came in and they started doing CPR on her. And she passed away right before Fajr.
وسط هذه الأخبار السيئة كانت هناك بشرى سارة.
I showed him our marriage certificate. He said, don't worry. We'll try to get her in the grave of Khadija radiallahu anha. I said, Khadija? He said, yeah, we'll try to get her in the grave of Khadija.
برغم حزنه العميق تقبل القدر بصبر وإيمان.
When she passed away, it really came down to the point where you don't waste time in this life. You know, time is like a two-edged sword. You see, no one knows when he's going. Allah is going to take his ruh. And it made me realize that we had plans to come for her cure, but Allah had plans to answer her sincere dua. This is what I realized.
كل نفس ذائقة الموت ثم إلينا ترجعون والذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لنبوئنهم من الجنة غرفا